First of all, this is a conversation with myself, but you're invited. Because I don't feel like I'm alone. I don't feel like I could possibly be alone. Like, there's no way. There is so much knowledge. I guess that's the word I'm looking for. Knowledge in the world to where it is like so many collectively conscious people. Like, first of all, this video is about consciousness and your third eye. And if you don't know anything about that, please keep going. Because I know there is a lot of people out there that are like that. So are if you're going through an awakening or like a reality shift, or you're going through something, this video is for you. Okay, like, because I know I can't be alone, and I feel like I'm going fucking crazy. Excuse my language, because no, I really feel like at the end of this journey and the end of this like dream that we're living in, there's more. I feel like there's no way in hell that this can be it. There's so much to see in this world, and there's so much things to do, and there's so much life and energy and prana and consciousness in this world. Why aren't all of us conscious? Why aren't our third eyes activated? Why aren't we all doing this like as a collective, as an abundant? I guess what I'm going through now is a third eye awakening, but my third eye has already been awoken, and I've already been down the path of enlightenment and stuff like that. But now I'm shifting in between to where it's like, this is it. This is what I'm seeing out of my eyeballs. But I know that there's a higher consciousness. I know that there's a bigger picture. I know that I'm a spiritual being inside of a physical body, in a physical world. But in the exact same sense, so many things are dictating the things that I'm perceiving. You know what I mean? So it's more or less now like, how do I separate? How do I live in the reality that I live in, and then meditate and do my chakras and like do all the things that I'm supposed to do as a spiritual being and align myself? And then now I find myself alone again, talking to a camera, because I don't feel like anybody around me can relate to what I'm going through. I hope that makes sense, but I know that it's not making sense, but I feel like I'm going through a third eye awakening or a spiritual awakening again. And if that's possible, why am I going through it? You know what I mean? Because I don't know anybody that's like me. And I feel like I'm the weird one, because in the exact same sense, it's like, why don't y'all think the way that I think? Why don't I fit in? You know what I mean? So now with society, I find myself being weird. Like, okay, well, I know that this is only energy and the law of attraction. And I know that what we say out of our mouths really, really, really creates our reality. I know that we create our happiness, and the best thing for us to do is to be happy and feel happy all the time, so you can always be in the happy place, in the receiving place, you know what I mean? So you can have the connection with the higher consciousness. But if it doesn't really help me, when I know that I can control it and I know that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, and then I get like an argument with myself, like, you're not supposed to do that, you're supposed to do this, then why am I doing that in the first place? You know what I mean? That makes I feel like I'm going crazy, and I feel like that's the point of me building this community right here, is because I need help to understand what exactly I'm going through. And it has to be other people like they're out there, like in the world, that's like me. You know, like it has to be, because I can't be the only person that thinks the way that I think about consciousness and know that I can create my own reality. But there's more to it that I'm missing because I'm creating what I'm creating and it's bullshit. Excuse my language again, but I don't know. This is more or less a spiritual awakening for me for the 50th time in my life, because I realized it 10 years ago that I was going through a spiritual awakening. And I realized 10 years ago that life wasn't what it was, but I realized before that I was the why question. I was, well, why is the sky blue? Why do we breathe? Why do we call oranges oranges and not apples red? You know what I mean? So it doesn't make sense to me, and I feel like I'm going crazy. Like, if you have any help for me, drop it in the comments, please. Because your girl is losing her mind. Till next time.